Hi everybody, my name is Monique and today we have a lower body resistance band session. This will run a bit differently to normal as we will have 2 rounds of 8 exercises of about a moderate intensity and 4 rounds of 1 exercise which is higher intensity. If the higher intensity exercise is a bit too difficult, that's okay. I want you to all try and do as much as you can and give it a go. We will do a normal 3-minute warm up and cool down, and the only equipment you need today is a resistance band which can wrap around either your ankles or your knees. Now I will demonstrate our exercises and all you have to do is watch. The first thing we have is hip thrust. So this is where you wrap the resistance band above your knees, lie on the ground with your legs bent, and we're going to try and drive our hips up to the sky. So really feel the roll of your pelvis here and control it coming down and coming up as well. Another thing you want to think about is driving through those heels. So really digging your heels into the ground so that you can push your butt up to the sky. For the clam exercise, we are lying on our side with our knees bent and the resistance band still above your knees, and we'll be twisting our knees apart. So keep your feet together and bring your knees apart. We will do 1 round on your left side and 1 round on your right side. For the next exercise, toe points, we will wrap the resistance band around the tops of our shoes, so around our toes, and hold it with the other hand. And what we will be doing is basically just pointing our toes. So when we're stretching our toes back towards us, the resistance band is getting loose, and when we're pushing out and pointing our toes, the resistance bands are getting taut and we're working our lower leg here. You might have to lift your leg up out of the way so your foot doesn't hit the ground, but just work to really contract and control that movement. For standing leg raises, we wrap the resistance band around the tops of your ankles, hold onto a wall on the opposite side to the leg that's being raised, and simply just bring your leg up as high as you can to your side. Try not to bring it forward or backward, just directly up to your side, working your hips there, and then we'll swap to the other side as I just explained previously. Crab walks will be the last of the moderate intensity exercises. This is where you wrap the resistance band above your knees and we are taking nice big steps out to the side. So as you can see, I'm in a sort of 1/4 squat, not all the way down, just in a slight squat, and I'm taking big steps out to the side and together, out to the side, together. The high intensity exercise is squat jumps. This is where we will include a bit of a high impact exercise where we will be doing a deep squat and jumping up into the air, then landing back down onto your feet and going into a squat again. If you can't do this, I recommend just doing normal squats or some pulse squats. Now let's get started. Grab a resistance band that suits your intensity type. Some are more taut than others, but just do whatever you're capable of. But we'll do a warm up first without these resistance bands. Firstly, let's do a single leg crunch. So lying on your back, we're going to simply bring one leg up as high as we can towards our stomach and then straighten it back out again, sort of like a dead bug. Great job! Now let's sit up and bring our feet together and we are going to do butterfly pulses. So with this, I'm just simply bringing my knees up and down like I'm fluttering like a butterfly. When you're finished with that, I want you to straighten your legs and we're going to do flutter kicks. So I'm basically just kicking with my legs still straight on the ground. Now let's get our heart rates up and do a little bit of high knees. Not for too long, hands out in front, bringing those knees up and jumping. And rest in 3, 2, 1, down. Good. The next thing we're going to do is a rocking half kneeling lunge. So take a big step forward, and I want you to bring that knee down to the ground if you can. And we're going to try and push our knee forward as much as we can, and then rock backwards. Forwards, backwards. You might need to hold the floor if you lose balance a little bit. You just want to feel the stretch in your hamstrings. And then swap to the other leg. Now I want you to sit back and sit on your feet, so your legs are bent sitting on your feet, and we're going to crawl into child's pose. Crawl those hands forward until your arms are straight and your shoulders are nice and stretched, and then crawl yourself back, rolling your shoulders and doing a nice tall stand. Crawl forward, bend that back, reach those shoulders, hold for a second, then crawl backwards, making sure you're rolling. Alright, let's get started with our workout. Grab your resistance band, up you get. The first exercise, we are going to wrap it around our knees. Remember, we're starting with hip thrusts for 1 round. Here we go. Driving those hips up to the ground, digging through those heels. When you hear the ding, that means it's time to rest or it's time to exercise. Now prepare to lie on your side to do your clams. Keeping your feet together, bringing those knees apart. Let's do our right side and twisting out. You'll feel this in your hips. It's like you're twisting your hips out and in. Lying down on your left side for the clams on the left. Now put the resistance band around the tops of your shoes for our toe points on the right side. And same thing on your left side. Standing up and wrapping the resistance band around your ankles for our standing side leg raises. Swapping sides, hold a wall if you need to. Band around your thighs just above your knees for our crab walks. Great, now we're back to the beginning for our second round of the low intensity exercises, starting with our hip thrusts. Lying on your side for the clams. Band around your toes for the toe points. Standing up, band around your ankles for the standing side leg raises. Use a wall if you need to. Band around your thighs just above your knees for the crab walks. We're about to start our high intensity round with our squat jumps. If you can't participate in this, I recommend just doing some pulse squats, which avoids the jumping aspect. Ready? Here we go. Last one before our cool down. Come on, you got this. Great effort, everyone. That's our workout complete. Now we will get into our 3-minute cool down and do some stretches. Take off that resistance band, pat yourself on the back, and let's get on the floor. The first stretch we are going to do is just toe touches. So this is stretching out our hamstrings. Sit with your legs outstretched and try to reach out for your toes. If you can't reach your toes, it's okay to just reach for your mid-shank or even go to your knees, just as much as you can go to feel the stretch in the back of your legs. Now we will sit with our feet together for our butterfly stretch. Feet together, try and drive your knees down to the floor using your elbows, or if you can't really do that, just lean forward and you'll feel that twist in your hips. Now up you get, find a pole or a wall nearby for our quadricep stretch. Hold on and lift your foot up to your butt as high as you can and feel that stretch in the front of your leg. And then we'll swap over. Shake it off. The next thing we're going to do is our standing toe touches. So stand in a nice wide stance and try to go down and reach for your toes. If you can't reach for your toes, it's okay to just reach for your knees or even just holding your hips while bending over. And move to one side. So grab your foot with both hands on one side. And then twist to the other side. You should feel a stretch more in one side of your back. Now we will do a single leg hamstring stretch. Put one ankle out in front and reach down to try and touch it, keeping that leg straight. And swapping over, ankle straight, bend down, keeping that leg straight. Next thing we're going to do is a side leg swing. Hold onto a wall if you need to and swing your legs across your body and out to the side. And that's the end of the session. Give us a like, follow, and don't forget to subscribe.